It may not be a surprise to hear that Nintendo is the richest company in Japan, holding roughly $8 billion. But what many of us do not know is that Nintendo is also the smartest company in Japan, having a collective IQ score larger than their net worth. Nintendo is smart. This is a picture of my wallet a few months ago, and this is a picture of my wallet just this morning. The difference is obvious, and the reason is surprising. Recently, Nintendo has been relying on very smart and tactical business decisions to make their products sell more. And clearly it's working. What everyone has been talking about recently is Super Mario 3D All-Stars, a collection of Nintendo's 3 most beloved Mario games. Fans were anticipating such a collection long before it was revealed. However, instead of a cheer on the day of reveal, fans from all corners of the globe collectively groaned when they heard the words, "Limited Release." At first this seems like a bad decision on Nintendo's end, but believe me, Nintendo is smart. Eventually, re-release games degrade in value. Nintendo realized that if they were to re-release these games without any changes, then the only thing this collection would collect is dust. So they changed the least expensive thing to change, the availability. By making 3D All-Stars a rarity and somewhat of a collector's item, Nintendo instantly persuaded anybody that may have been on the fence about buying it, ensuring maximum profits for Nintendo. Nintendo is smart. And Nintendo's smart behaviors didn't even start there. Joy-Cons, the controllers for the Nintendo Switch, have a calculated defect in them to reel customers back into the stores. The tissue below the joystick is very weak and frail, making it easy to tear. When this tissue tears, the joystick can receive false inputs, such as a left input when the joystick is not tilted.
For the love of all things holy, Toad, would you please move right? No!
And that isn't even the end of the story. There was actually a second layer to this. The tissue was just strong enough to last a year before breaking, which is when people's warranties began to run out. This isn't some by chance lucky break from Nintendo. They made this happen. Nintendo is smart. Those are the two scenarios that usually come to mind when Nintendo and smart are used in the same sentence. But long before those was a ploy so outrageously smart that Nintendo is still profiting off of it to this day. Amiibo, Nintendo's small plastic figures with NFC support, were and still are deliberately undersupplied to the States. These toys can interact with games and unlock special features, naturally attracting the hearts and wallets of fans. This then results in fans buying out the products as soon as they hit store shelves and guaranteeing them to sell quickly. Nintendo is very smart. Of course, Nintendo didn't just become smart overnight. It had to have originated from something, and this something I believe was the Wii, Nintendo's most popular console back in 2012. When the Wii first hit the shelves, Nintendo was actually losing money on each unit sold, so Nintendo decided to stall by only giving the stores a small number of Wiis to sell until it naturally became cheaper to produce each one. This seems to be the first time Nintendo deliberately undersupplied something, only for it to explode into profit and success. Nintendo must have looked at this situation and realized, hey, we can exploit the wants of our consumers! Nintendo is smart. In no way do I blame Nintendo for what they did, even considering the recent state of my wallet. They 100% deserve to have all my money with the smart decisions they've been making. After all, if a company benefits from it, is it even a problem?